Hare Krishna. So, welcome everyone to our weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you for coming. Very grateful to all the devotees for taking out their precious time and coming to attend this Bhagavad Gita class. So, इसका echo बंद कर दो. Fourth one, yeah, zero. That's it. और सुनिए ना, थोड़ा बास जीरो करिए, ट्रिपल बढ़ाइए. फोर्थ, सेकंड लास्ट जीरो और पहला हाँ बढ़ाइए. हरे कृष्ण. ठीक. Hare Krishna. So today we'll be discussing a very interesting and important topic, a topic which is very much needed for everyone to understand, and especially for the current generation, which believes only in scientific understanding or some logic behind why we are doing something. All of you must have seen this movie, Oh My God. How many of you felt it was really logical? All the examples, all the understandings which was given by that कौन थे उसमें कांजी भाई. It looked very logical, and it destroyed the faith of many people in the Vedic culture. चलो जी, कुछ भी चेंज मत करो, कम करो, जैसा पहले था वैसे रहने दो, और कम करिए बस.
It destroyed the faith of Hindus only, not Muslims.
Yes, of course, it was made like that. It destroyed the faith in the Vedic culture. It destroyed the faith in the Vedic rituals. Because nobody taught us since the beginning of our childhood why we are doing this, why we should practice something. And when children, they ask something from parents, भाई ये क्यों करते हैं? One time a child asked the parent, father, पापा वो शादी के पहले हाथ मिलाते हैं ना, वो पाणी ग्रहण होता है, दूल्हा दुल्हन हाथ ऐसा बोलते हैं, क्यों करते हैं पापा ऐसा? तो पापा को क्या मालूम क्यों करते हैं. तो पापा ने अपना दिमाग लगाया. पापा ने बोला, बेटा वो बॉक्सिंग का मैच देखा है तूने? हाँ पापा देखा है. सबसे पहले क्या होता है उसमें? उसमें हाथ मिलाते हैं. बराबर सही बोला. उसके बाद असली मैच शुरू होता है. सो वैसे ही यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? हाथ मिला रहे हैं. All these types of answers are given. What will a child understand? He will think, hey, सब bogus है. These are all useless, good for nothing. Why should I practice all this? And then gradually a faith of our Indian youth are destroyed in all these philosophy and rituals. And they start thinking ये सब फालतू है. इन सब करने में कोई भी फायदा नहीं है. ये सब मन घड़ंत है. So in today's presentation, we'll be discussing and hearing many things about our Vedic culture, why we should follow. Is there a science behind it? Is there a logic behind it? One time in Govardhan Leela, how many of you have heard about Govardhan Leela? Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill. Okay. So when Krishna was a small boy, he saw one day that all the Brajvasis headed by Nanda Maharaj, they are doing some preparation. Lots of preparations are going on. And Krishna, as a small child, he went to his father and said, Father, can you tell me why all these things are going on? Is there a reason behind this? Is this a custom? Is this a tradition? Or is this a Vedic injunction? शास्त्रों में लिखा है या फिर परंपरा में चला रहा है इसलिए कर रहा है. And then he speaks a very important verse. ज्ञात्वा ज्ञात्वा च कर्माणि जनोऽयं अनुतिष्ठति ज्ञात्वा कर्म सिद्धि स्यात् यथा न विदुषो भवेत्. So he says, some people, they do things and they know why they are doing. Some people, they don't know why they are doing what they are doing. I hope everybody here knows why they have come here. पता नहीं. सब लोग जा रहे हैं इसलिए चलो हम भी चलते हैं. बगल वाले जा रहे हैं, ये जा रहे हैं, पड़ोसी भी जा रहे हैं, चलो हम भी चलते हैं. Most of the times it happens like that. Most of the times people they go to God because of social pressure. समाज के सब लोग मेरे मेरे घर वाले जाते हैं, दादा दादी चाचा चाची नाना नानी सब लोग जाते हैं मंदिर, इसलिए हम भी जाते हैं. So Krishna is saying, it's a small 7 years old boy. He's saying, ज्ञात्वा अज्ञात्वा च कर्माणि. कुछ लोग जानते हैं और कुछ लोग नहीं जानते हैं क्यों कर रहे हैं वो. And then he says, ज्ञात्वा कर्म सिद्धि. If people know why they are doing what they are doing, they'll achieve perfection. यथा न अविदुषो भवेत. And if somebody doesn't know why they are doing what he is doing or she is doing, he will not achieve perfection. He will not achieve success in his life. So therefore, when we are just told, ये करो चुपचाप, question मत पूछो, that means it is very less likely that we'll achieve success in that. Spirituality, it is not blind faith. It is a very refined science. Srila Prabhupada, he would say, it is a transcendental science. It is not a mythology. It is not a age-old ritual which we have to do blindly. आंख बंद करके करना है. कुछ पूछ नहीं सकते इसमें. कुछ पूछेंगे तो how can you question? अरे आंसर नहीं आता तो फिर ऐसा बोलते रहो. प्रश्न कर रहा है. प्रश्न कैसे कर सकता है? विश्वास नहीं है क्या? विश्वास नहीं है इसलिए तो प्रश्न कर रहा है. Just like in science, there are two things, theory and practical. If somebody is just doing the theory, reading the theory and not doing the practical, will that person understand the value of that theory? समझेगा उसको? Will he actually develop faith in that theory कि काम करता है? He'll just read the theory and then he will think ये तो useless है, कुछ काम तो आता नहीं है. Just like theory and practical is there, similarly, in the field of religion, there is something called as theory and something called as practical. Can anyone guess what is theory in the religious field? Yes, that is called as philosophy. जो अधिकांश लोग बोर हो जाते हैं सुनने में, या फिलोसफी मत सुना, स्टोरी सुनाई ना मुझे. स्टोरी कितनी अच्छी होती है, आप खाली फिलोसफी सुनाते रहते हैं. But philosophy is like theory. And what is practical? Oh, chanting. Yes, chanting is the practical. उसको एक बहुत अच्छा शब्द है, उसको बोलते हैं rituals. You know. So just like theory is our philosophy, practical is the ritual. So philosophy means why we do, and ritual means what we do. जो भी हम करते हैं ना, उसको बोलते हैं ritual. प्रणाम करते हैं, आरती करते हैं. We will discuss all that. I had a presentation, but somehow this presentation screen is not working. Anyways, so religion means it has two things, philosophy and ritual. Ritual means, again please, क्या है ritual मतलब? What we do. And philosophy means why we do. All of you have brought Bhagavad Gita? Please take out 3rd chapter, 3rd verse, and in that purport you will find a very, very important line which is a basis of this entire presentation. In that purport, somewhere in the middle of that purport, Prabhupada writes this line. Please find it, underline it, memorize it. बहुत जरूरी वो वाक्य है. Prabhupada लिखते हैं, religion without philosophy is sentimentalism or fanaticism. ये आपको मिलेगा बीच में कहीं तो मिलेगा, उसको अंडरलाइन करिए, याद कर लीजिए. How many of you found? Religion without philosophy is sentimentalism or fanaticism, and philosophy without religion is mental speculation. Now we'll understand what it means. So if somebody is just doing some things of spiritual life, बचपन से हम लोग बहुत कुछ करते आ रहे हैं, नहीं? घर में बोलते हैं चलो आरती करो, कर लेते हैं, प्रणाम करो, कर लेते हैं, परिक्रमा करो, कर लेते हैं, मंदिर जाओ, घंटी बजाओ। घंटी क्यों बजाते हैं? मंदिर जाके घंटी क्यों बजाते हैं? इस्कॉन के मंदिर में गए आप लोग कभी? घंटी मिली वहां पे? घंटी नहीं रहती उधर। क्यों नहीं रहती उधर घंटी? इतना किधर टाइम है सोचने का भाई। हम लोग यहाँ पे टेंशन फ्री होने आते हैं, टेंशन मत दीजिए हमको, हम आके सुन रहे हैं ना, वही बड़ी बात है। So most of the times we don't know why we are doing what we are doing, and then people they question our faith, and then we start thinking बराबर बोल रहा है, पता नहीं क्यों कर रहे हैं हम लोग। गणपति जब बनाते हैं ना, गणेश चतुर्थी, क्या क्या बनाते हैं गणपति को लोग। तब एक बार मैंने देखा एक पंडाल में गणपति जी को हाथ में बैट पकड़ाया था और उनको ऐसा पैड भी लगाया था पांव पे, पीछे वो स्टंप बनाया था। I had a video, it was a sad video. One time they had made the Ganpati Pandal in the shape of a liquor bar. गणपति जी को हाथ में और उनके चूहे को भी। That is the scenario of the current times. Nobody knows what is the significance of what we are doing. And in all the Ganpati Pandal, what happens? Full on DJ music बजता है। And गणपति जी पूछते होंगे अपने चूहे से, भाई किसके लिए बजा रही हो? So in the name of spirituality, people are just indulging in enjoying things. बाहर जाके नहीं, हम लोग स्पिरिचुअल एंजॉयमेंट कर रहे हैं। अरे काहे का स्पिरिचुअल है उसमें? There is nothing spiritual in that. So this is called as religion without philosophy. Any of you have seen, you're walking by the road and road के बगल में कोई तो एक पत्थर है, उसमें एक किसी ने टीका लगाया, माला पहनाया और लाइन लग जाता है उधर। अरे यहाँ पे तो जागृत देवता है बोलते हैं, क्यों बाकी सब लोग सो रहे हैं? That is called as philosophy religion without philosophy. बस क्या कर रहे हैं, क्यों कर रहे हैं मालूम नहीं। And there is something called as philosophy without religion. हम सब जानते हैं, दिखाते नहीं, हम मन में रखते हैं। दिखावा क्यों करना? आप लोग क्यों इतना दिखावा करते हैं? Any of you have been asked by your friends and your relatives, यार आप लोग इतना क्या दिखावा करते हो यार? सब जोर जोर से हरे कृष्णा बोलते हो, मंदिर में ऐसा जोर जोर से कूदते हो, डांस करते हो। अरे हम भी भक्ति करते हैं, मन में रखते हैं, हम लोग दिखाते नहीं है। Any of you have experienced this? दिखावा क्यों? तो लोग बोलते हैं, हम दिखाते नहीं है भाई, हम लोग मन में आराम से प्रेम से, हम ज्यादा प्रेम करते हैं भगवान से। That is called as philosophy without ritual. It is called as mental speculation. बस it results in no transformation of the heart unless you express your emotions. We'll come up to it in some time. So what was the first statement? Religion without philosophy is sentimentalism or fanaticism, and philosophy without ritual is mental speculation. Thank you. बच्चे हमारे enthusiastic हैं. If we are doing something without proper understanding, it is called as blind faith, अंधविश्वास। पता नहीं क्यों कर रहे हैं, बोला इसलिए कर रहे हैं। Why do people believe in the God in this world? We are discussed in our Gita course. Most of the times people believe in God because मांगने से मिलता है नहीं। भगवान के पास जाएंगे, मांगेंगे तो मिल जाता है, इसलिए मान लेते हैं, और नहीं मिला तो नहीं जाएंगे हम फिर भगवान के पास। और बहुत सारे लोग, हाजी और बहुत सारे लोग क्यों जाते हैं? अरे नरक जाना पड़ेगा भाई, डर लगता है, fear. They don't know anything about what is God, what is philosophy, but still कुछ तो है, डर के मारे जाते हैं. You know, this word spiritual, it is made up of two words, spirit and ritual. Spirit means why we do, and ritual means what we do. You combine both of them, it becomes spiritual. Some people, they say we are spiritual but not religious. Have you heard this? It is not possible to be spiritual without being religious. Religion means to show your emotions. How will you show your emotions? नहीं नहीं, मन में रखते हैं हम लोग. Just imagine, इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच हो रहा है. इंडिया बैटिंग कर रहा है, लास्ट ओवर 5 बॉल 6 रन चाहिए जीतने के लिए. विराट कोहली बैटिंग कर रहा है और पाकिस्तान के बॉलर ने बॉलिंग किया और विराट कोहली ने छक्का लगाया, तो पूरा स्टेडियम क्या करेगा? यस, थैंक यू, थोड़ा जोर से चिल्ला दो. होल स्टेडियम, एंटायर स्टेडियम इज शाउटिंग एंड येलिंग एंड विराट कोहली की जय जयकार हो रही है. अच्छा, सेम सिनेरियो है ना, 5 बॉल 6 रन, विराट कोहली ने छक्का मारा, पूरा स्टेडियम शांत, मन में लड्डू फूट रहे हैं सबके. तो क्या होगा? वो विराट कोहली कंफ्यूज हो जाएगा, भाई देखना भूल गया इतनी बार, कोई चिल्ला क्यों नहीं रहा है? और वो एम्पायर कंफ्यूज है, भाई पीपल आर नॉट शाउटिंग, कुछ कोई बोल क्यों नहीं रहा है, क्या हो गया? You know? So when people they do something on in the theater auditorium and वो सब valid है. The display of emotions in the auditorium and stadium, it is valid. क्यों भाई, मन में रखो ना, दिखावा क्यों? अरे दिखाने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है, दिखाएंगे नहीं तो मजा कैसे आएगा? नहीं नहीं, और मन में रख रहे, अरे मन में कैसे रख सकते हैं? And when the same thing is done in temples, when people sing and dance, ये देखो कितना दिखावा कर रहे हैं, जी जी जी, इतना कोई दिखावा करता है? शांति से रखो ना, मन में करो जो भी करना है. That is how we have to understand the scenario of this world, you know. So this one statement of Srila Prabhupada, that is very very important. Religion without philosophy is sentimentalism or fanaticism, and philosophy without ritual is mental speculation. Can any of you tell me any of the rituals which we do in our day-to-day activity, not related to spiritual life? ऐसी कुछ चीजें जो हम रोजमर्रा के जीवन में करते हैं. I'll give you an example. When we meet some of our friends, we shake hands, right? क्यों? Why do we shake hands? To show the warmth. Greeting. क्यों कहीं पे लिखा है कि हाथ मिलाएंगे तभी वो we can show our warmth? हाँ. To show the love. क्यों भाई, ऐसा हाथ मिलाने से ही प्रेम दिखता है? It is a ritual which we have made to show that I am happy meeting you and I am very grateful or whatever. We want to show our emotions, as all of you said. It is a way to show our emotions. Any other ritual which we do in our day-to-day activity? किसी को कुछ याद आ रहा है? अच्छा, जब हम लोग, if we are departing, we meet our friends and we are departing, तो क्या करते हैं? ओके, ठीक है. और उसके बाद गुड बाय करते हैं ना, बाय बाय. क्यों? ऐसा हाथ हिलाने से क्या होता है? क्या है इससे क्या हो गया? कैसे पता चलता है? ऐसे ही पता चलेगा. It is a ritual which we have made, right? To show, express our emotions, express our feelings. Anything else? Any other ritual? No. Okay, that is a very wonderful ritual. क्यों भाई, पांव छूने से क्या होता है? क्यों ऐसे नहीं दे सकते बड़े लोग आशीर्वाद? वो बच्चे बोलेंगे ये क्या है, ये इतने सेल्फिश, ये हमको झुका रहे हैं, देखो। इट इज रिचुअल, समर्पण। हाँ जी, हाथ जोड़ना। ओके, व्हेन वी मीट, अभी अभी पहले जमाने में हाथ जोड़ते थे। हैंडशेक का बिजनेस शुरू कहाँ से हुआ? When the previous time kings, they would who were enemies, and when they sometimes think that अभी हमको we want to make peace treaty, समझौता करना, so they would come, and the enemy, what he would do, he would hide some weapon or knife under his sleeve, and he would just kill that person. तो इन लोगों ने एक शुरू किया, एक रिचुअल। वी विल फर्स्ट शेक हैंड्स विगरसली, कि जो भी अंदर है गिरना चाहिए। That's how this ritual started, handshake, and now it has become a ritual to show that, oh, we are very happy, I'm meeting you after a long time. Yes, Manthan is saying something. Okay, thank you. That is also ritual. Yes. और टाई लगाते हैं, men wear tie. क्यों भाई? टाई लगाने में क्या बड़ा है? What's the big thing? क्यों टाई लगाने से ही जेंटलमैन होते हैं? Otherwise we are not gentlemen. It is a ritual which we have made, right? There is nothing scientific in that. It is a ritual which we have made to show to the world that this person is gentleman and cultured. So it is not that the rituals are only in the spiritual field. Any other example?
Korean people don't do like this.
क्या करते हैं? ओके, मैं बाद में सीखता हूँ आपसे, मेरे को समझा नहीं। any other ritual which we follow? 15 जी, हाँ, any example? हाँ, वो तो स्पिरिचुअल फील्ड में हो गया। मैं अपने कॉमन इन द डे टू डे लाइफ, अच्छा 15 अगस्त और 26 जनवरी, मेरे देश की धरती सोना उगले, और हम लोग जाके एकदम ऐसा इंडियन फ्लैग को सैल्यूट कर रहे हैं। क्यों भाई? दिस इज अ रिचुअल, राइट? What happens when people go and salute the flag on 15th August and 26th January? ओके, और क्या होता है फिर? ऐसा ऐसा सैल्यूट किया तो एकदम मन में कुछ भावनाएं आती हैं? देशभक्ति की भावना साल में 2 ही दिन आती है हमको।
Showing gratitude.
Showing gratitude, thank you. So all these are the rituals, yes. Showing respect to the freedom fighters or to the nation, yes.
If we just pass by any of the mandir, then we do bow down to our head.
Well, that is a spiritual field, we do something.
Stand at the step of Rajasthan.
वही खड़े होते हैं, फिर प्रणाम, वो हैंड मतलब सैल्यूट करते हैं। क्यों? इट ऑल क्रिएट्स फीलिंग्स ऑफ पेट्रियाटिज्म, देशभक्ति की भावना जागृत होती है। So all these are the rituals which we do in our day-to-day activity, and they are connected to some feelings, some emotions. So now, what is the need of the rituals? First reason, it helps us to inculcate the mood. As we heard and discussed this, saluting the Indian flag, it helps us to inculcate the mood of Deshabhakti. Similarly, in any spiritual field also, when we do some rituals, they are connected to a particular mood. We will come up to the rituals. We'll discuss some of the rituals. Now we are discussing the philosophy and the reason behind the rituals. They are very logical. It helps us to inculcate the mood. Just imagine, अभी वैलेंटाइंस डे गया ना, तो वैलेंटाइंस डे पे वो कौन सा कलर का रोज लेके आते हैं? Why red only? Why rose only? First of all, why rose? And why red rose?
Out of love.
वो किसने बनाया? उस पे लिखा है साइन ऑफ लव, रोज पे. Who has made this? एक बार ना एक लड़के ने सोचा यार सब लोग रोज देते हैं, मैं कुछ खटके करता हूँ. He took a full blown nice lotus to give to her girlfriend. वैलेंटाइन डे पे एकदम खुशी खुशी कि मैं हटके करूंगा कुछ. And he gave that lotus to his girlfriend, and she slapped him. So he was shocked. ये क्या है? I am giving you a nice lotus. She said, yes, tit for tat. You gave me BJP, I gave you Congress. क्यों भाई, रेड रोज में क्या है स्पेशल? What is so special in rose and red rose? तुम क्या बोलोगी यार? बोलो. अच्छा. क्या रोज अच्छा दिखता है? ओके, थैंक यू. यार बच्चों से एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं अभी आंसर. हाँ, अभी बच्चे नहीं दे सकते आंसर. It is a ritual we have made, they are linked with emotions. Red rose, it is linked with love. White rose, peace. Yellow, friendship. और भी कोई है? ब्लैक भी होता है. ब्लैक कहाँ होता है रोज? होता है. उससे क्या होता है? एनिमी जो ले भाई. और कोई है तो बता दीजिए. ठीक है. So rituals are linked with emotions. Anything we do, any ritual we do, it is linked with some emotion. And thirdly, it is required to express and to experience. Just like we heard the example of, the people shouting in the stadium. They're expressing their emotions, right? मन में रखो ना. नहीं, मन में कैसे रखेंगे? दिखाएंगे नहीं तो कैसे मजा आएगा? Just imagine if a husband comes home and every day he tells wife, I love you. He's just telling every day, I love you. No party, no gifts, no movies, nothing. खाली बोल रहा है, I love you. So how many of you Matajis will be happy if your husband comes and says, I love you only, nothing else? मन में है ना बाबा, मन का प्रेम दिखता नहीं है क्या आप लोगों को? नहीं? ये देख लो भाई, कुछ करना पड़ता है. Love should be expressed. Srila Prabhupada, he would always tell, Bhakti is art of loving God, and love should be expressed. Even if God knows, अभी पत्नी नहीं जानती है क्या पति प्रेम करते हैं? मालूम नहीं. One time, a devotee, she got married, newly married devotee community में Prabhupada के समय, and both of them, they went and met Prabhupada. So Prabhupada asked that lady, whom do you love more, Krishna or your husband? And she started crying. And she said, no one, neither Krishna nor my husband. So generally love should be expressed. Otherwise मन में रखने से थोड़ा ना सामने वाले को पता चलने वाला है कि भाई मेरे से प्रेम कर रहे हैं. And even if the wife knows, my husband loves me, but still, when husband gets something, wife becomes happy. That is a way to increase our love, show our love towards that person. It is not a whimsical thing. अरे क्यों पैसा खर्चा करना है भाई? जानते हैं ना हम प्रेम करते हैं. अभी 25 साल तो हो गए, अब क्या दिखाना है? Still, when we show love, the relationship becomes still more stronger. There is no end to making our relationship strong with Krishna. It is a way to express our emotions. Movies you must have seen. What was the first need for the ritual? To inculcate the mood. Second, it is linked with emotions. Third, to express an experience. Fourth, you must have seen in the movies, एक हीरो जा रहा है गाड़ी में, he is traveling and he meets with an accident, सर पे चोट लगती है उसको और बराबर उसकी याददाश्त गायब होती है और सब ठीक रहता है. And then he is in the hospital and his mother comes and his brother and girlfriend also comes and everybody is crying. And वो क्या करते हैं वो लोग आते आने के बाद, क्या करते हैं? मूवीज देखते हैं ना आप लोग? ऐसी मूवी कोई देखी है जिसमें हीरो की याददाश्त चली गई हो? मुझे पहचानो के और पुरानी, हाँ जी. अरे बाबा जीवित है वो, मरा नहीं है. ये क्या किया भगवान? उसको पुरानी चीजें दिखाते हैं ना, याद दिलाते हैं. और क्या करोगे आप? मंथन, एक स्टोरी सुनो. इस पे एक स्टोरी याद है मेरे को. There was one person, true story. One person, he was traveling in a train and he was traveling out station. उसका घर जहाँ से था next city में he was traveling, and then as he was coming out, he had put a bag on the that rack. He was just about to get down, a big bag fell on his head, and guess what? उसकी यादाश्त चली गई. And he doesn't know कहाँ पे जाना था, कौन हूँ मैं, and he is just lost. अभी क्या करे, कुछ याद ही नहीं है क्या करना है, कहाँ जा रहा था. He comes out and there was a book distributor distributing Bhagavad Gita, and he was shouting, "This book will tell you who you are." यार यही तो मेरे को समझना मैं कौन हूँ. This book will tell you where we have to go. ये मेरे को ही चाहिए. And then he goes and meets the book distributor and he says, "I want to know who I am. Can you please tell me?" So the devotee thought, बड़ा philosophical question पूछ रहा है. उसको मालूम नहीं बेचारे की यादाश्त चली गई है. So he takes this person to the temple. He says, come, we'll go to temple and then we'll discuss. And then he goes to the temple, and for him, all his previous memory is wiped out now. कुछ याद ही नहीं आ रहा है. So he says, I want to stay here. He started serving, he started, chanting also. And then 6 months pass by. And then that day again comes now. He is one day again traveling. ऐसा सच में हुआ है, स्टोरी नहीं है. So again he is traveling and then he goes to his city for some seva related to some temple, and the same bag falls on his head again, and then he remembers who he was. He remembers, but he doesn't forget what he was doing last 6 months. He became devotee, he went to his family and then he made his family also devotee. So it happens. So generally क्या करते हैं, पिछली यादें याद दिलाते हैं. वो माँ उसके लिए कुछ उसका फेवरेट डिश बना के लाती है, बेटा तेरे को ये पसंद था, तेरे लिए बना के लाई हूँ मैं. और वो गर्लफ्रेंड बोलती है, हम ये वादियों में गाने गाते थे, याद है ये गाने, सब कुछ तो बोलती होगी, मुझे एक्सपीरियंस तो है नहीं. So when we do some rituals, it is connected to some previous emotions. Whatever we do in our spiritual life, in our Vedic culture, we all know that we were there with the God. We were serving God. We were with Him. Now we have left Him. So now all the things which we are doing in our spiritual life, it is to remind us of our same activities which we were doing when we were with Krishna. So that is the understanding. They are linked with our memory. They are revival treatment. याद दिलाया जाता है हमको. So these are the various things philosophically we can understand why we should practice these rituals. And bhakti is the way to show our emotions. Srila Prabhupada, he translated bhakti as what? Generally, bhakti को इंग्लिश में क्या बोलेंगे? Devotion. Srila Prabhupada translated bhakti as devotional service. Because devotion should be expressed. मन में नहीं रखते. मन में रखने से सामने वाले को नहीं पता चलता है कि हम क्या चाह रहे हैं. Even though somebody will say, "अरे भगवान तो अंतर्यामी, he knows everything," but he wants us to express our emotions. He has told it repeatedly in the scriptures. He is a person, right? He has his emotions, he has his likings and dislikings, he has some feelings, and he wants that devotee should express their love, not for his benefit, for our benefit. If a small child takes some money from the father's pocket and buys a gift on his birthday, फादर के बर्थडे पे गिफ्ट लेके पिताजी को दिया, पिताजी के ही पैसे से, will father be happy? Why?
Child is small, then he will be happy. But even normally, he just leave the money
अरे
and-
कोई भी कितने भी आयु का हो, if the son is not earning and he takes some money from the father's pocket and gives him a gift, will the father be happy? Yes, of course. Why? पैसा तो पापा का ही है.
Emotion.
It is linked with showing our love. On the birthday, if the child gives some gift to the father, father will be happy. So Krishna doesn't need anything from us. उनको किसी चीज की कोई कमी नहीं है. He needs only our love and devotion. Please take out 9th chapter, 26th verse. Krishna is not so much impressed by the externals. Even if somebody offers big things to Krishna, he is not so pleased by the things. What pleases Krishna is the mood and the feelings behind our offerings. बुझिए सबको? पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तोयम यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्ति उपरितम अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः. Somebody please read the translation loudly.
If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept.
If somebody offers me with love, that is important. That is the most important thing. With love. यो में भक्त्या प्रयच्छति, भक्ति से अर्पण करेंगे. It is not that कृष्णा ये लो आपके लिए. कृष्ण को क्या जरूरत है भाई? He is not in need of anything. When Krishna and Sudama they met, Sudama had brought only 4 palmfuls of chipped rice. पोहे सुदामा के पोहे लेके गए थे बेचारे टूटे हुए, भीख में मिले हुए, क्या है कैसे होंगे? He had nothing, so his wife she went and begged few palmfuls of chipped rice. लेके गई, पोटली में बांध के दे दिए, and Sudama reaches and he sees the grandeur of the palace of Dwarkadhish. And he is thinking, मैं तो ये क्या लेके आया? ये क्या दूंगा इनको मैं? He's not giving. He's hiding that bag. And Krishna he understands. कि कुछ तो छुपा रहे हैं. क्या छुपा रहे हैं? किमुपायनमानीतं ब्रह्मन् मे भवता गृहात्. किमुपायनमानीतं, क्या उपहार लाए ब्रह्मन? घर से क्या लेके आए? भाभी ने कुछ तो दिया होगा ना. किमुपायनमानीतं ब्रह्मन् मे भवता गृहात्. Sudama may say it is a very small thing. अणु अपि उपारितं भक्तै प्रेम्णा भूरियेव मे भवेत्. Oh Sudama, anu api, if my devotee gets a little offering with love, premna bhuriyeva me bhavet, I consider it as a big offering. Bhuri api bhakto paritam, if a non-devotee comes and gives big thing, बड़ा donation देते हैं ना कुछ लोग, अपना नाम लिखना यहाँ पे बड़े बड़े अक्षरों में, भाई भगवान को प्रसन्न कर रहे हैं कि दुनिया को प्रसन्न कर रहे हैं? व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? When people they give donations just to prove that they are such charitable people, they are not pleasing Krishna. Bhuri api bhakto paritam na me toshaya kalpate. I am not satisfied with that offering. So whenever we do something, we offer something with love, Krishna doesn't need it. He is just accepting that love. Just like that small child, gift लेके जाएंगे ना, पापा को पापा का ही पैसा है ना, still father is happy. So that's why these rituals, they are there to express our love. So Prabhupada translated bhakti as devotional service. सेवा है वो, मन में मत रखिए. It is not a silent meditation. It is an art of cultivation. We have to learn how to serve God. So with this now we'll see some of the rituals which we do in our day-to-day activity in our spiritual fields. सबसे important and एक चीज जो हम सब लोग रोज करते हैं, आरती भगवान की. क्यों करते हैं आरती? अच्छा, आरती में क्या क्या अर्पण होते हैं भगवान को? सबसे पहले क्या होता है आरती में? What's the first thing we do? सबसे पहले शंख बजाते हैं. That is the first thing we do in आरती. उसके बाद क्या करते हैं? आइडियल सीक्वेंस बताता हूँ अपने मत, मतलब बहुत लोग तो अपना अपना कुछ भी करते हैं. आइडियली, हाँ जी, नहीं नहलाते तो बाद में आएगा वो भी, आरती में नहलाते नहीं है. उसके बाद धूप अर्पण करते हैं या फिर अगरबत्ती. उसके बाद दिया. उसके बाद भगवान को अर्घ्य अर्पण होता है. अर्घ्य अर्थात सेंटेड वाटर और नॉर्मल वाटर. Then a cloth is offered. Then there is something called as chamar, white, एक feathers का ये रहता है white, जो ऐसा भगवान को अर्पण करते हैं, that is called as chamar. And before that there is a cloth also. And then अंत में एक peacock feather का fan रहता है, उसको बोलते हैं व्यजन. And then end में again there is a conch. So why we are doing all these things? How many elements are there in this world, in the nature? 5. Krishna tells in one of the verse, I think 7th chapter, 4th verse, Krishna tells about the 8 elements of the material nature. 7th chapter, 4th verse, I think. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu. वही है? Okay. We'll recite this. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu. Khammano, Buddhirev cha. Ahankara iti yamme. Bhinna prakritirashtadha. Translation, somebody?
Water, fire, air, and mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these 8 constitute my separated material energy.
Okay. So this entire material nature is made up of these 8 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. When we are offering, these things are coming from Krishna, right? They are the property of Krishna. So when we are doing our aarti, what are we doing? We are चौरपण हो रहा है, right away. We are offering these 8 elements back to Krishna as a matter of gratitude. What is the first thing? नहीं, आरती में conch. That is ether. What is the meaning of शंख? शंख बोलते हैं ना. शंख का मतलब क्या होता है? नहीं, तो निकलता है, उसका मतलब क्या होता है? शंखे, that which creates auspiciousness in the ether, उसको बोलते हैं शंख. शंकर, शंकर शब्द सुने हैं? शंकर का अर्थ क्या होता है? शं करोति इति शंकर, who creates auspiciousness for everyone. He is called as Shankar. Similarly, Shankha Kha means ether. You know, in this shlok you see kham. Kham means ether. So when we are blowing conch, we are offering this shank ether element back to Krishna as a matter of gratitude. Thank you, Krishna, for giving this. Uske baad, what is the next element? Dhoop. That is earth. भगवान को पृथ्वी का जो अंश है वो अर्पण कर रहे हैं. After that, that is fire element. उसके बाद water, that is water element. Then again cloth, that is earth. And then Vyajan and Chamar, that is air element. And throughout the arati, the pujari keeps on chanting some mantras. That is offering our intelligence. And in the mind, one keeps thinking about serving Krishna better. How to do this service, that is offering our mind. And then शुरू में और अंत में क्या करते हैं? प्रणाम करते हैं. That is offering our ego. This is a science behind offering आरती. It is not a whimsical thing कि पता नहीं ऐसे ऐसे कुछ तो लगा दिया है आरती में. No, it is a science. It is not a whimsical thing which we do. So offering an arti to the Lord, it is a way to show our gratitude to the Lord. Oh Lord, you have given me everything. Thank you for giving me. That is devotion. Gratitude is not a part of bhakti. Gratitude is bhakti. We should be grateful to Lord for everything in our life. Whatever we are getting, we should be grateful. At least begin by being grateful for the good things we are getting, so that in some time we'll be grateful for the wrong things also which we are getting. Tatte nukampa susamikshmano punjanuevatmakritam vipakam ridvagva purvir vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhak. This is a prayer of Brahmaji. Brahmaji is saying, "Oh my Lord, it is your extreme compassion, anukampa." Anukampa शब्द सुने पहले? आपकी अनुकंपा है. क्या अनुकंपा हो गई? I was about to suffer much more, my Lord, but you are giving me so less. That is what happens when one starts practicing bhakti. Our karmic account gets reduced. जो इतना मिलने वाला था, इतना सा करके देते हैं भगवान. That is a gratitude a devotee expresses. Thank you. And it is not just speaking thank you. You know, to say thank you is one thing. To mean it is another thing. And to live by thank you is different thing. Live by thank you. That means I will mold my life in a way that I can show Krishna how I am grateful. खाली बोलने से थोड़ा ना होता है thank you. Thank you means you want to do something for the person, right? तभी तो कृतज्ञता होगी ना. कृतज्ञता बोलते हैं ना. कृतज्ञता का अर्थ क्या होता है? कृतज्ञ. ज्ञ means to know, to remember what? जो दूसरों ने हमारे लिए किया है. We should always remember what others have done for us, whatever good things, and we should always forget whatever good things we have done for others. We'll be peaceful in life. नहीं तो बोलेंगे अरे मैंने इतना किया इसके लिए देखो ये थैंक यू भी नहीं मिला मेरे कैसा है. So it is a way to show our gratitude. How many of you have done parikrama in your life? परिक्रमा किए हैं मंदिर की, भगवान की, तुलसी की. क्यों करते हैं परिक्रमा? Why? क्यों करते हैं परिक्रमा? पता नहीं क्यों करते हैं. You know, when we do parikrama, we keep somebody in the center. Center में रखते हैं ना जिसकी परिक्रमा करते हैं. When we are doing parikrama of temple, parikrama of the Lord, we are expressing our feelings. Oh my Lord, I'll keep you in the center of my life always. It is a way to tell the Lord, आपको मैं जीवन के केंद्र में रखूंगा. वही बताने के लिए भगवान को हम परिक्रमा करते हैं. You know, as we discussed, rituals are a way to express our emotions. It is not a whimsical thing. पता नहीं क्यों परिक्रमा करते रहते हैं. There is a science behind it. There is logic behind it. And as some of you said, we offer obeisances. प्रणाम करते हैं. प्रणाम करने से क्या मिलता है? आशीर्वाद मिलता है ना. When we become humble in front of seniors, we get their blessings. When we humble ourselves in front of the Lord, if we are not becoming humble, how can somebody think that they'll get blessings? अरे किसी का भी आशीर्वाद चाहिए तो उसके सामने नम्र बनना पड़ता है ना. One time Srila Prabhupada was giving a talk and he was telling all his disciples that you should offer pranam to the guru, spiritual master. And one person, his name was John, and he was a photographer. And he started coming to ISKCON and he didn't like, ये सब लोग क्या झुक जाते हैं इनके सामने, क्या है ये? So purposefully he would not bow down, he would keep camera in his hand, showing that मैं तो camera लेके खड़ा हूँ. So Prabhupada noticed it and he called him and said, why are you not bowing down? He said, I don't feel like bowing down. Prabhupada said, bow down now, feelings will come later. Currently, even now, even if we don't have any feelings, but still, pranam kariye. That is very important. And we offer, there are two types of pranam, panchanga pranam and ashtanga pranam. एक तो दंडवत सुना आपने, दंडवत प्रणाम करते हैं, like a rod you fall down, दंड के समान, दंडवत. We offer our 8 faculties, अष्टांग प्रणाम बोलते हैं उसको. We offer which all things touch the ground when we offer our dandvat? Our head, our knees, our feet, our chest. And while offering obeisances, we also chant some mantras. When we offer pranam in front of the Lord, आप लोग करते हैं ना प्रणाम, तो क्या बोलते हैं? कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं. There are mantras we should learn when we are offering respects to Krishna, to Radharani, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to Srila Prabhupada. There are some mantras we should learn. Offer our mind, offer our intelligence, offer our ego. तब जाके तो प्रणाम होता है. That is very important. अभिषेक करते हैं ना भगवान का. क्यों करते हैं अभिषेक? With so many things we offer. We do abhishek with honey, with ghee, with milk, with curd, with all sorts of fruit juices. Why? Krishna likes it. Nowadays there are soaps also which are made up of natural extracts. हम भगवान को कुछ भी artificial नहीं देते. Original वाला जूस अर्पण करते हैं. Krishna likes it. And some people say, इतना क्या दिखावा करते हैं, भगवान को क्या जरूरत है भाई ऐसे? अरे भिखारियों को बांटो ना इतना. आप लोगों को आज तक किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछता है इतना क्यों चढ़ावा चढ़ा रहे हैं भगवान के ऊपर? इतने सारे भिखारी भी यहाँ पे भूखे हैं. अरे भिखारियों को बांट दो, भगवान को चढ़ाने से क्या मिलने वाला है? When so much of the liters and liters of milk is poured on शिवलिंग and वो कहाँ जा रहा है? It's all going in vain, गटर में जा रहा है. क्या फायदा है? सुना है? क्या आंसर क्या है इसका? Just imagine, भगवान को इतना सारा भोग लगाते हैं आप भगवान को. Just imagine आपने एकदम ऐसा 56 भोग का प्लेट बनाया और ऑल्टर में रखा और कर्टन डाला और खोला तो गायब, कुछ भी नहीं है प्लेट में. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम क्या करेंगे आप? कर्टन नहीं लगाएंगे. अरे नेक्स्ट टाइम आप बोलेंगे यार ये तो पूरा खा जाते हैं, थोड़ा निकाल के रखते हैं. There was one time a true story of time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. आगे बोलूं ना? There was one very great devotee of the Lord. His name was Mukunda. And he had a small child. His name was Raghunandan. So every day, this mother of Raghunandan, she would make some bhoga and Mukunda would offer. One day he had to go somewhere, so he told his wife that you please tell our child Raghunandan to make offering. So the Mukunda left, and mother tells beta Raghunandan, please go and offer to the Lord. भगवान को भोग लगाओ. अच्छे से प्लेट बना के दिया मम्मी ने. A small child ना, छोटा बच्चा है. So he goes inside and puts the plate in front of the Lord and says, "Oh Lord, please eat it." उसको मंत्र वंत्र तो मालूम नहीं. And he's waiting. मैं अभी तक खाया नहीं हूँ. Oh Lord, please eat. Maybe थोड़ा टाइम लगता होगा इनको. He's thinking. 5-10 minutes pass by. Still Lord is not eating. He starts crying, "Oh my Lord, why are you not eating? Every day my father offers and you eat. And you eat. आज नहीं खा रहे आप. क्या हो गया?" So the Lord became so happy with this devotion of this innocent child. He spoke. True story. He spoke, "Oh child, oh Raghunandan, I have already eaten." And how can you eat? Everything is lying as it is. I eat by my glance. I see and I eat. रघुनंदन से मुझे सब समझता नहीं है, सीधा सीधा खाओ मेरे सामने. So the Lord becomes so happy, he starts eating. He practically eats and empties the entire plate. And Raghunandan is very happy. और खाली प्लेट लेके बाहर आता है. मम्मी बोलती है, हो गया भोगा? हाँ मम्मी, प्रसाद किधर? खा लिया भगवान ने सब. ऑफरिंग इज सक्सेसफुल. तो मम्मी बोलती है, मेरा बेटा थोड़ा हटके है, इसको डांट नहीं सकते. शी इज थिंकिंग मे बी ही हैज ईटन हिमसेल्फ. But she doesn't tell anything because she knows that my child is little devotional. Mukunda comes and says, "Prasad lao." आज प्रसाद नहीं. बोले, क्या हो गया? रघुनंदन ने सब ऑफर कर दिया और बोल रहा है सब खा गए भगवान. So Mukunda says, "Okay, what we'll do? You make offering again, and this time again tell him to offer, and I'll see." So this child again goes with a plate, again keeps in front of the Lord, and again tells, "Oh Lord, please eat." He waits. अभी भी नहीं खा रहे. 10 मिनट हो गए, फिर से बेचारा रोना चालू किया. भगवान क्या है ये, लास्ट टाइम आपने खाया, अभी दोबारा खाओ ना. ऐसा क्या कर रहे हैं आप? ऐसा नहीं बोला होगा. And then again, Lord, he just extends his hand, he picks up one laddu and he is eating. And Mukunda is seeing through the keyhole all this. And he is so happy and jubilant seeing the devotion of his child. He opens the door and says, I have seen. And the Lord stops. हाथ में अभी भी लड्डू है, आधा खाया हुआ. So still the deity there has, hand like this. So that is a devotion of the small boy. तो हमारे साथ तो ऐसा होता नहीं. हम जब लगाते हैं भोग तो एज इट इज वापस मिलता है. नहीं मिलेगा तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा ना. हम लोग बोलेंगे ये तो गड़बड़ है. When we offer something to the Lord doesn't take anything of it. He just takes the devotion from it and gives everything back as Mahaprasad. When people they offer liters of milk on Shivling and it is just thrown in the gutter, it is not the problem of the ritual, it is a problem of the management of the temple. The Charnamrit should be collected and distributed to everyone. But nowadays, because people want to make money, आजकल तो दूध रहता नहीं है. दूध रहेगा इतना सा, उसमें इतना पानी और उतना चूना. So that is the problem. It is not problem of the ritual. It is problem of the management. So when people say, अरे भगवान को इतना भोग लगा कि क्या होने वाला है, भिखारियों में बांटो. Sometime in future we'll also discuss this very, very important topic, Manav Seva or Madhav Seva. How many of you feel Manav Seva और Madhav Seva एक ही है? मानव सेवा करो तो माधव सेवा हो जाएगी. How many of you feel, बच्चे हाथ उठा रहे हैं. How many of you feel मानव सेवा अलग से और माधव सेवा अलग से करना चाहिए? And how many of you feel they are intersecting? It is not that they are completely different, they have something in common. Yes. And how many of you are confused? So we'll discuss about this very, very important topic sometime in future. मानव सेवा और माधव सेवा, बिकॉज पीपल आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन से भगवान को इतना भोग क्यों लगा रहे हैं भाई, इतना चढ़ावा चढ़ा रहे हैं भगवान को, हीरो का हार पहनाया जा रहा है, सोने चांदी, और यहाँ पे भिखारी लोग बेचारे भूख से मर रहे हैं, क्या है ये? We'll discuss about that. So when we offer something to the Lord, Lord accepts the devotion. He's not hungry for the food. How many of you have danced in कीर्तन? कीर्तन में डांस किए हैं? क्यों डांसिंग करते हैं? अच्छा, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव डांस्ड इन अ मैरिज पार्टी? शादी में किसने किसने डांस किया? बारात में डांस किया? बाकी नहीं किया डांस? कल ही किया? अरे क्यों डांस करते हैं? किसके लिए? किसके एंजॉयमेंट के लिए? जिसका शादी हो रहा है उसका, कि भी लास्ट बार मजा कर ले तू। The people, they dance in that marriage party just to give pleasure to the person, because we are happy that you are happy. And dancing in that marriage party, the person who is dancing also becomes blissful. उसको भी मजा आता है, जिसके लिए कर रहे हैं उसको भी मजा आता है, और जो कर रहा है उसको भी मजा आता है. Similarly, when we dance in front of the Lord, we are doing it to give pleasure to the Lord. And when we dance, we also become blissful. And I have seen all the young people, students, when they come to temple and first time they are attending some temple program, and when they dance, अरे कैसा कैसा डांस करते हैं. जिसको नहीं भी डांस करना आता है वो भी कुछ ना कुछ तो अतरंगी करता है. That is a most weird dance, but everybody is enjoying it. And why we raise hands while dancing? Surrender. Surrender करना बहुत मुश्किल है नहीं? Nobody likes to surrender, right? When Draupadi, Dushashan was trying to disrobe her, she was first telling her husbands, please help. They didn't help. They were helpless. She was telling Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, everybody was silent. And then she started holding on to her sari on her own. Dushashan had strength of 10,000 elephants in his two hands. What she could do. And then ultimately she realized nobody can help me now. Then she raised her hands and then she started calling. Agre kuruna mat pandavanam dushashanena ritavastrakesha Krishna tadakrosha dananyanatha govinda damodara madhaveti govinda damodara madhaveti govinda damodara madhaveti. So what is happening here? In the assembly, Agre Kurunam Pandavanam, Kuru or Pandavon ki sabha mein Dushashana, what he is doing? Ritavastra, he is pulling Draupadi by her hair, by her clothes. Krishna Tadakroshat. Who is Krishna? One of the name of Draupadi is Krishna. She is also black in complexion. Krishna Tadakroshat Ananyanatha. She raised her hands and she is loudly chanting Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So when we raise our hand and when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is a way to express our surrender. That is very important. So that's how. And there was one more very detailed topic, why worship the deities of the Lord. भगवान की मूर्तियों की पूजा क्यों करते हैं? That we'll discuss some other time. That is another 1 hour of presentation. So basically, all our rituals are meant to connect our senses with the Lord. जो भी कर रहे हैं ना, हमारी इंद्रियों को भगवान की सेवा में लगाना है. That is the whole art of Krishna consciousness. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Okay, and that is called as sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means when we use our senses to connect to Krishna. Savai manah Krishna padara vindayo vacham sivaikuncha gunanuvarnane karo harer mandir marjanadishu shrutim chakara chuta satkathodaye. There was a great king, Ambrish Maharaj. He was engaging all his senses in serving the Lord. How can we engage our eyes in serving the Lord? By taking darshan of the Lord's deities. How can we engage our ears in serving the Lord? Listening the katha of the Lord, bhajans. How can we engage our tongue in service of the Lord? The easiest है नहीं, लेकिन दूसरा वाला बहुत मुश्किल है. Chanting and speaking about Krishna. That is important. How can we engage our smell, the ability to smell?
By smelling the flower of
By smelling the flowers and tulasi which are offered to the Lord. How can we engage our hands in service of the Lord?
preparing for the
By doing whatever services are given. By preparing bhoga or doing all the services. How can we engage our legs in service of the Lord? By dancing, by going to the temple, by going to holy places. So that's how, we have to learn to use our senses in service of the Lord. That's a perfection. Okay, with this I'll stop here. There are many more things. Any questions anybody has about the rituals? कि भाई ये क्यों करते हैं, वो क्यों करते हैं? Any questions? Yes, yes.
When we chant the name of Krishna, why do we bend our hands?
Bend our hands. नहीं, सीधा भी कर सकते हैं. It is an act of surrender. It is not that ऐसा ही करना है, ऐसा ही करना है. Whatever, जितना देर तक हाथ ऊपर करके रख सकते हैं. It is a way to show our surrender to the Lord. Surrender is not a easy word in the modern world. Nobody wants to surrender. Surrender means exploitation, abuse, no independence, no freedom. पता नहीं क्या करवाएंगे मेरे से. But when you surrender to Krishna, He gives the best to His devotees. So that is why surrender is the sweetest thing in spiritual life. Yes, anybody had other? Yes, Madhya. Yes, thank you for this question. Generally, in ISKCON, we have seen when we offer obeisances, we keep deities on the left side. पहले तो हम लोग ऐसा सीधा सीधा प्रणाम करते थे. ऐसा ही हमने बचपन से वैसे ही देख रहे हैं. So why is it that we put the deities on the left side? Because again, it is a way to tell the Lord that my heart is for you. Heart is on the left side. It is a way that our heart is for Krishna. Srila Prabhupada once he went to Durga temple and he offered obeisances keeping Durga Devi on the right side. So the devotees asked, Prabhupada, generally we offer obeisances keeping deities on the left side. Prabhupada said, yes, our heart is for Krishna. But for all the other devatas, we'll offer respect. But our heart is for Krishna. Just like the wife, when our lady gets married, she loves husband, she respects everyone else. So now we are trying to love Krishna. So when we offer obeisances, keep the Lord on the left side. Keep our spiritual masters on the left side. Prabhupada कोई प्रणाम करते हैं तो left में रखते हैं. Deities को left में रखते हैं. That is the reason behind it. अच्छा घंटी क्यों नहीं होती वो बताया नहीं मेरे को किसी ने.
Actually, the bells are made as here it used to be made from Pancha Dhatu or any special metal, and when it is ring, it is rang and it causes vibration in the air, which resonates with the mental peace of our body.
Hmm.
I mean, that is the
Yeah, every ritual we do has a scientific understanding and has an emotional understanding. We may not be aware of the scientific understanding of all the rituals, although there is behind everything, but there is a emotional connect behind every ritual because ultimately ritual is a way to express our emotions. जब घंटी बजाते हैं, मंदिर में घुसते हैं तो घंटी क्यों बजा रहे हैं? आप वी आर टेलिंग द लॉर्ड, लॉर्ड आई एम एंटरिंग योर टेम्पल. किसी के घर में घुसते हैं तो ऐसे ही थोड़ा ना, वी डोंट बार्ज इनटू एनीवन्स होम, राइट? वी रिंग द बेल फर्स्ट. मंदिर भगवान का घर है ना, तो जा रहे हैं तो घंटी बजा के जाना है. तो इस्कॉन के मंदिर में क्यों नहीं रहती घंटी?
Nobody knocks at the door and says,
वही ना, हम एंट्री कर रहे हैं ना, वी आर एंटरिंग द टेम्पल, सो वी नॉक द डोर. ऐसे थोड़ा ना किसी के भी घर में घुसेंगे. हम जब मंदिर घुस जाते हैं तो अल्टीमेटली भगवान का ध्यान आकर्षित करना है. वी वांट टू अट्रैक्ट द अटेंशन ऑफ द लॉर्ड, राइट? We attract the attention of the Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know what is so special about this? If you enter somebody's house and you ring a bell, or you can call that person's name, which is more personal. किसी को नाम से बुलाएंगे तो ज्यादा पर्सनल है ना वो. घंटी बजाना तो एक बात है, हम लोग भगवान के नाम से पुकार रहे हैं, ओ लॉर्ड आई एम कमिंग. दैट इज मोर पर्सनल वे टू एड्रेस द लॉर्ड. दैट्स व्हाई श्रील प्रभुपाद नेवर केप्ट इन आवर गौड़ीय परंपरा मंदिर में घंटी नहीं रखते. वी आर मोर पर्सनल. यस, एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस?
but it is there during Aarti of
यस यस, वो तो भगवान का वो. एक बार ना, when Krishna was a small child, he would steal butter from houses, सब ब्रजवासियों के घर से. तो एक बार सब गोपियों ने क्या किया, वो मटके लटका दिए और आजू बाजू सब घंटी लगा दिए. जैसे ही कृष्णा आएगा एंड ही विल ट्राई टू स्टील एंड घंटीज विल रिंग एंड विल अंडरस्टैंड. हिलेंगे तो बजेंगे ना. सो कृष्णा इज द ऑल पावरफुल लॉर्ड. यू अंडरस्टैंड, ये घंटी लगा है. सो कृष्णा कॉल्ड घंटी देवी. घंटी की देवी को बुलाया, वे बजना नहीं आ, चोरी करने वाले. And then he steals that makkar, and as he's eating, all the ghantis start ringing. ये क्या है? मैंने बोला ना नहीं बजना है. Oh Lord, you are giving two instructions. In the Vedas, you have told whenever bhoga is being offered, we have to ring. तो हम लोग को बजना पड़ेगा ना अभी, भोग लगा रहे हैं ना. So yes, that is an injunction. जब भी भगवान को भोग लगता है, घंटी बजती है. तिरुपति बालाजी के टेम्पल में घंटी नहीं है, अंदर भी घंटी नहीं होती उनकी. क्यों मालूम है? ओनली इन तिरुपति बालाजी
Aarti किसमें भी नहीं होती.
ना. You know why? There was one very great devotee. His name is Vedant Desika. He is the avatar of the bell. बेल जो है ना, एवरीबडी इज पर्सन इन द स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड, इवन घंटी इज अ पर्सन. सो अभी घंटी अवतार लेके वेदांत देसिका के रूप में आ गए हैं, तो इसलिए घंटी नहीं है उधर अभी. so इसलिए वो नहीं बजाते वो लोग घंटी वहां पे. दैट इज अनदर स्टोरी. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस? पूछ लीजिए जितना भी और जो भी है डाउट. यस.
why can't women do Dandavat?
Why can't women do Dandavat Pranam? There are various notions, various understandings. For ladies, the chest should not touch the ground. It is not considered auspicious. That's why it is said that Panchanga Pranam for the ladies. Of course, in some other traditions, they do of Dandavat Pranam. This is one thing which I have heard. Any other questions? I will have some kirtan. Yes, Mataji. If somebody dies in family, just imagine वो फिल्मों में बोलते हैं ना 7 जन्म के साथी। एक ने बोला कि सच में ऐसा होता है क्या प्रभु जी? मैंने कहा नहीं होता। थैंक यू, हाँ बच गया। एक जन्म में ही मुश्किल हो रहा है। All our emotions, all our relations, they are only in this world. नैकत्र प्रिय संवासा सुहृदं चित्रकर्मणा मोघेन व्यूहमानानां प्लवानां स्रोतसो यथा. In this world, the relations are two straws in a river. They come together, they stay for some time, and then they again get separated. Oghena, ogha means due to the waves in a river. Plavanam, the straws, they come together. So our relations in this world are like that. कौन से कर्मों के अनुसार हम लोग एक परिवार में बंध गए? Our family, our friends, our relatives, our son, daughter, husband, wife, brother, sister, father. Some karma we have done, we have come together. After this life, again separated. And if we practice devotional service, we go to spiritual world and for sure our family will get benefited. But when they will reach spiritual world, that nobody knows. So that is the power of spiritual life. Narsimhadev told Prahlad asked Narsimhadev, oh Lord, my father was such a sinful person. Can you please give him liberation? So Narsimhadev says, Arey Prahlad, what to speak of your father? Your 21 generations are benefited. Tri saptabhi pita puta pitrabhi sah. Tri saptabhi, 7 into 3, 21. आगे के 10, पिछले 10 और ये current. They get benefited. So when they will go back to spiritual world, nobody knows. But for sure they get benefited. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Namah